Hello, Tracy here. And I want to just jump right in. Thank you so very much for my subscribers. I love you guys. The likes, I really appreciate you guys. The comments, I adore you guys. And the views, I appreciate you so much. So, thank you. This is going to be on TikTok if it's longer than 10 minutes and you want to see the full video. Look at Sweet Spot E-Magazine on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Let's see what the Kipper has to say. Ooh, at the bottom, we've got sudden wealth. It's good news for somebody. Maybe it's somebody's getting a promotion. Maybe somebody's getting some type of payouts, some type of bonus, we start off with this, somebody's getting a message of concern. That's what we're starting off with. So someone's getting a message of concern. Let's see. Something that they're not that they're not happy about. It's definitely in despair about, because I saw the despair card, but it didn't pop out. So somebody's getting a message of concern. What's this message about, Spirit? Thank you. What is this message about? Something that they've been working on. Something that they've been working on is starting to come to the light. And they're getting, people are starting to find out about it. And they're starting to talk about it and put two and two together. We have courthouse, child, family room, adjudication, and expectation. Could have to do something about a child. Something about courthouse, child, and something to do with the family. So maybe about whether an adjudication is there. An expectation. Ooh, like somebody is expecting a child. Oh, something that they were working on. So like maybe this message of concern is coming out about some type of message about whether this child is really someone else's, or whether or whether they're really expecting a child. No, because that wouldn't be it, because they got adjudication, but that could be justice. Something that they've been working. Maybe someone's been working trying to get pregnant, but maybe they're getting some news that they're not able to really get pregnant. And we have official person at the bottom. So maybe with this, they're finding out for sure with the courthouse. They're finding out for sure about if they're able to maybe get pregnant, maybe expect a child, something that seems like something they've been working on. What else, Spirit? Yeah, so maybe they've been having problems getting pregnant. Conceiving. Or, even adopting. Maybe someone is trying to adopt a child. Something that they've been working on, but they're finding out that they're not able to. But whatever it is, maybe it's because they're concerned now because they're in bad health. Or this is leaving them in bad, them not being able to keep this child. Maybe it's something having to do with the child. Something that was a gift at one point. Something that they've been working on. And they thought maybe that they just kept working. Maybe they've been with a child and they felt like if they kept working with this child, that, and kept the child, let the child stay there, like the child was part of the family, that the judge would say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grant you custody. I'm going to full custody. I'm going to let you, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So you can get this and you can get that and you can get this and that. But it didn't work out like that. They're finding that it didn't work out like that. They're finding that it's the exact opposite. Something is happening. Maybe they are in bad financial health right now. Maybe they're in bad financial health and they can't really afford to keep the child. You know? And maybe this is something that they're concerned about. Or they feel like, or something about, maybe they stole the child. Or did something, maybe they're receiving bad karma because maybe they did something to, you know how people will, you hear about back in the day where somebody's great-great-grandmother took somebody's baby and gave it to somebody else. And then gave it to a neighbor or a cousin or a friend or somebody like that. And they raised it. And then years later it's coming out that was just the grandmother's best friend who raised the baby. And the baby called the grandmother's best friend mama, whereas the baby did. And thought that the biological mother was just a friend or some crazy shit like that. I'm getting this type of feeling. What else, Spirit? What else? This is something that they worked hard on. They worked hard for a long time. We also have false person, path unexpected income, and pathway. So they thought that if they did a little bit of shape shifting, they could become this false person to make it seem like they're offering this, they're offering that, so that they could actually get this unexpected income, whatever it was that was going to help stabilize them, help them on their way, help them reach their goal. But it didn't work out like that. Didn't work out like that. It's like I feel someone else came back into the picture. Meaning, like, just use the example as the child right here. Let's just say it was someone that was raising a child, and maybe they maybe the parents were just like not in a position to be parents at all. And so they raised the child, basically kind of said, you know, to the courts, it's this, it's that, it's this and that. And the court said, okay, you were the more fit person. So they that person raised the child, only to find out that somebody's returning. Maybe the child's mother, to put a situation to the end. Interesting. Let's clarify with some tarot. And I saw the King of Swords on the bottom. So this could have to do with the law. Like I said, with the courthouse. Could have to do with an attorney. It could have to do with something or someone. Let's see. The Emperor just came out. Could be a judge. They could be getting a message from a judge that It's that message of concern. Something that somebody's been working on is being brought to the light. It's coming back. Maybe somebody thought that they could do this, they could keep this, they could work with this, and then that would just bring them the financial resources that they needed. Then we have justice. I feel like this has to do with this court decision, this judicial decision. Whatever's coming out is justice. Someone is feeling damn near defeated. They're feeling like they're at their wits' end. They're trying to really think right now. They're trying to do whatever they can do to see how they can protect themselves. But guess what? They can't. Because whatever they did in the past is now coming to the light. Whatever they try to do is coming back. I mean, with the Hermit and the King of Cups, it's almost like I feel like somebody went in and they thought that, you know what? If I just look at this and act like, I'm all in this and don't look up, just keep looking down, just do whatever I can do to raise this person to be the loving, kind, gentle, responsible type of King of Cups person that nobody will really notice. Nobody will think anything really about it. Nobody will say, hey. And with the Chariot, something is moving forward. Something is moving forward, I feel like, with this justice, with this courthouse, with this judicial. And it's moving forward, and it's becoming almost too much of a burden. But it's something that's moving forward at a quick pace. It's something that somebody cannot stop. And my Eight of Pentacles came in, flipped upside down. Whatever they were working on, it's not working. Whatever they toiled and labored over, it's not working. Whatever they thought was going to bring money in, this big idea, this star, this plan, it's not working. It's not working. And it's funny, we have the Nine of Wands, the Sun, and the Page of Cups. It's like this person is now feeling really defeated. That this person is like, for some reason I feel like this person is looking at what didn't work out, what's not working. See how he's looking at this? He's looking at this like, why is this not working? What's happening? What's really going on? And I believe that it's clarity about a situation, maybe about a child, because this is a page. Clarity about a child, maybe a child that tried to offer you something in the past. Maybe it was something that you weren't really interested in before. But it's some clarity is being shed on this whole situation as to why it's not working out. why things are coming to a halt, to a standstill. I just saw the Six of Swords. I told you. I just saw the Six of Swords. It's because Spirit says, listen, it's time for you to do something different. It's time for you to go a new way. It's time for you to take on a different responsibility. And that responsibility is thinking about everything else that's already transpired. Because it's done. It's over. Whatever you were trying to do, it's not going to work. And this Three of Swords is because this person now realizes that what they were trying to do, what they tried so hard to do, what they put so much passion and energy and purpose and drive into, it's just not going to work. And they're resigning to that now. They're starting to resign to the fact that it's not gonna work. It's like they're having to put their ego to the side, because I saw the King of Wands. They're having to put that ego to the side, that pride to the side, and say, I have to think of something new. I have to go on a new path. I have to. Because the old path, it's dried up. It's done. That well is dry. That well is dry. Maybe it has something to do with the King of Cups. Doesn't necessarily, didn't I say that King of Cups? I meant a Queen of Cups. Or it could be a man, could be a woman. But right now, whoever this is, they're not talking about it. They're not really sharing. They're not saying anything. They're being very quiet. They're being very still. They're putting two and two together. They're understanding now that all of the toxic energy that they put in, that they were writing their own book. Not only were they writing their own book, but now they're seeing and believing that that person that they're thinking about from the past, from a long time ago, that little kid, that little kid is actually an earth angel. They're starting to think about that now. They're reflecting. Right now, they're thinking about how they wish they could have done things differently. How they wish they didn't maybe juggle this person, juggle this situation, juggle this relationship. Now they're wondering why they didn't show more strength, why they didn't show up more. Maybe they were in their ego, maybe they were in their pride. Or maybe they were afraid to face the truth of the situation. Because a lot of times, people can't show up for themselves, and they definitely can't show out for themselves because they're afraid of the truth about themselves. Nobody likes to hear the truth about yourself because everybody wants to defend themselves like they're the best. But it's not necessarily the best. It's just accepting the truth. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. But everybody deserves love. That's the truth. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see what the little stack has to say. And then, thank you, Spirit. Yes. It's something, we all do this. Everybody's guilty of it. We do stuff in the moment. But you know what? Sometimes we have to stop doing stuff in the moment and we have to think about tomorrow. Wait, I'm doing this now, but what about tomorrow? Something is going to happen in the near future. Could be 3 days to 3 weeks. Someone needs to use this, their inner fortitude and their inner strength. Oh, wait. I had 2 cards fall out that I didn't even really realize that. 2 sixes. 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. It's like now, after all of this time, this person understands. After all of this juggling of this other person, this person now understands the lesson about the giving and the receiving. They understand the lesson about the giving and the receiving. Inner strength, inner fortitude and strength. Someone has learned a lesson. Someone has learned a valuable lesson. Fortunately, they get to go through karma to complete the lesson. Because someone has learned a valuable lesson. Just like I have to turn my hair down. Oh my gosh. Let me grab a couple more. Couple more. Thank you, Spirit. Someone has learned a valuable lesson. They still have to go through karma. You have to go through karma. You learn the lesson, but you go through the karma. You learn the lesson, you go through the karma. But the thing is, after you've finished with the karma, you're going to have another test to see if you really learned the lesson. Once you pass that test, and it's going to be similar to the last test. If your thing was sharing, once you learn to share, you learn about that lesson, you're going to get another test. But you've passed that test, then you get to move forward. Spirit says you need to meditate and go, Whenever you're meditating, whenever you're relaxing, Spirit says, listen, you are the key. You've graduated. You've graduated. Ooh. Oh, just like I can't wait to graduate to the late fall where I live. Good Lord. Congratulations on your graduation.